what I want to do is I want to welcome all of you on this evening. It is 6 o'clock. We're going to be going through a training and we're going to be breaking down the details of the ACN project. So what I want to do is, before I get started, I just want to give you a brief background about myself, and then we're going to get into a video. And then after the video, I'm going to recap it, and then we're going to get into the details of the project. And at the end, you're going to have enough information to determine whether you see a value in partnering with us as business partners, or you see an opportunity to save some money on some of the bills that you pay for, both in your home or in your business. So prior to getting involved with ACN, I was a senior systems engineer. I was working roughly 80 to 90 hours a week at my job, and I was averaging 50 to 60 flights a year, which put me in a situation where I really didn't have a lot of time for myself or my family. But good fortune came my way. I was introduced to this project by my first mentor in this industry, who shared with me this business, but he also shared with me a system that allowed someone as busy as me to build around my schedule. In 2 short weeks, I was able to see a profit in this business, but in 6 months, I was able to build enough to enable me to come home to my family, and most importantly, become the type of father that I felt my daughter deserved. So again, this 2-minute video is going to explain an overview of that, and then afterwards, I'm going to come back up, and then I'm going to go over the details of the project. Give me 1 second.
Right now, someone is watching TV, shopping online, sharing on social media, scrolling a news feed, cooking, turning on lights, texting, paying with a credit card, and someone is definitely making a phone call. Now, imagine earning income through your very own business every time a customer pays a bill for services they're already using anyway. With ACN, you can. With a 27-year track record of success, ACN is the largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and essential services in the world. Today, we operate in 27 countries and have offices throughout North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific. We're constantly evolving our portfolio of products to stay ahead of what millions of consumers and businesses need and use every day. Now, ACN has added identity theft protection through ID Seal to its suite of essential services. Thanks to ACN's innovative mindset, we're just getting started, and the world is taking notice. Inc. magazine also recently recognized ACN as a private titan, a designation reserved for the largest and most iconic privately held companies in the world. This is your opportunity to establish your very own ACN business, offering the essential services that people and businesses already use every day, and an opportunity to get paid every time they pay a bill for these services. It's your life. Imagine earning an income on your own terms. That's what ACN is all about, and now you can be a part of it.
All right, so the video does a great job summing up our overview. And what I'm going to do is just to recap so you can have an idea of how this works. So basically what ACN did is they partnered with all the major providers. And the reason why these providers sought us out is because of the powerful way we're able to market these services and maintain our customers because of a relationship. So we're able to lower the price point to the customer on what they pay monthly, and they remain more loyal because of the way we get the customer. So it's a win-win for everyone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go into the details of how this works so that you can really understand this and make the best decision for you. So if you take a look at the slide that I'm bringing up, this talks about the background of the company. If you take a look at it, we are known as the world's largest in what we do. We started in January of 1993. We're global, 27 countries, 5 continents, and we did over $4 billion over the last 5 years. And we've acquired millions of customers dealing with essential services, both for the home and the business. Services like mobile phone, high-speed internet, bundle services, television, energy, security and automation, payment processing, and identity theft protection. And we're able to do it through providers that you all are familiar with and trust. And the reason why these providers have partnered with us is because of our unique business model. See, most service providers, they use media and internet marketing in hopes to attract customers. What ACN does is they go direct to the customer, allowing enough money left over to be able to save the customer money, but also to do some good in the world. And we do that through our charity, Project Feeding Kids. When we acquire a customer, a child gets fed. So it's a simple business, but it's powerful because ACN provides you with all the support. They take care of all of the providers. They take care of the partnerships, all of the countries that are involved with doing business with ACN. And we get to do business with ACN for a one-time cost of only $199 startup, which takes care of your personalized website, marketing tools, tracking and reporting, and customer support. And as you build your business and expand into multiple cities, states, and even countries, the overhead to run a global business with ACN is only $25 a month. Both of those are tax write-offs as a 1099 business owner in the United States. So what does that get you? It gets you your own online business and the ability to earn income when you refer customers to your website. And so ACN supplies the blueprint on how to refer. And as you refer customers, when you acquire customers totaling in 3 services, ACN is going to pay you a $75 bonus. 2 more services will earn you a $200 bonus. And then every 3 additional services from that point forward will earn you another $200 bonus. There's no limit to the amount of times you can do that every single calendar month. On top of that, as those customers pay for their monthly bills, you also receive a pay on those bills. You're able to earn 3% on all the monthly commissionable revenue coming from your customers' bills. But as you gather more customers, you're able to increase the percentage and max out and earn a full 20% on all the monthly commissionable revenue coming from your customers' bills. And as you share this opportunity with others and people decide to participate as business owners, you have the ability to earn bonuses that are paid out weekly when people that are a part of your team acquire customers, ranging between $50 and as high as $350. And as your team's customers start paying their bills, not only does your team get paid monthly, but so will you. You have the ability to earn 4% on all of the commissionable revenue coming from your team's customers. And as you and your team gather more customers, you're able to reach positions that allow you to increase your bonuses, increase your residual income, and take vacations all around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, so my question for you is, because 99% of the people that see this by this point have enough information to be able to determine what category they lean most towards. So I want you to ask yourself a question if you're seeing this for the first time, or you're not yet a part of the business. What category are you? Whether you're a category 3, my mother was a category 3. She saw this business, but she loved the idea to support her son, but she also loved the idea of saving money on a bill. So if you're a category 3 or you're leaning more towards that, we want to thank you for your support in our businesses. If you're a category 2, then you're more like me. I was a category 2. I was interested, but I had a few questions. And once I got my questions answered, I was able to make the best decision for me. And if you're a category 1, you're more like Marie Belena, who's on the call now. And as a category 1, she saw this business on a 10-minute video during her lunch break through a friend that she trusted. And she realized that friend was having success. And she thought, if he could have success, so could she. And she joined the company right away. So whether you're a category 1, 2, or 3, it's completely up to you. But we wanted to make sure to show you that so that you can identify yourself as one of those. And as we move into the next part of what we're going to be talking about this evening, we're going to go into the training so that you can understand how this works. So if you are a number 2, by the end of the training, I guarantee you'll have your questions answered and you'll be able to make the best decision for yourself. So let's go ahead and get right into the training. So I hope you guys are ready for this. So if you're ready, let me see you nod your head, raise your hand, do something so I know that you're awake. Okay, perfect. All right, I see you guys. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First things first, when you get started in the business, we have an online onboarding process. Here's what that means. No matter where you are around the world, you have the opportunity to build a business remotely. As long as you have a cell phone or some type of a device where you can connect online, you can build your business. And the first thing that we're gonna do, Terrence, I see you, brother. You're interested, you have a few questions. You're gonna get your questions answered through this. So I appreciate you putting that in the chat, my man. So what we're gonna do is when you get started, we're gonna set up your online, your own website. And that's gonna give you access so that when you refer people as customers, they're gonna be referred to your website, okay? So we're gonna do that in the beginning. We're gonna log in and we're gonna help you to activate that. Now, the next step is the most important step. It's getting started with the ACN mindset. So when I was new, I thought the most important step was gonna be how to learn how to get customers and refer people to the business. But let's think about it. If you don't have the right mindset, it doesn't matter if you have the exact words to use. If you don't have the right mindset, you're not gonna have success. So we build on a foundation that's rock solid. See, if you don't have the right mindset, you're building on a faulty foundation, and over time, your ACN house will crumble. But if you have the right mindset, that's the right foundation that will build something that will stand the test of time. And so the first thing we want to talk about is when it comes to mindset is determining the reason why you will build the business. Why you're building the business is everything. Whether it's with time with family, or to pay off some bills, or to help with college education for your children, or to help your parents, or family vacation, to give more to charity. My reason why was to be at home so that I can be a meaningful person in my daughter's life. Working 80 to 90 hours a week did not afford me the time to be with my family. And so I worked extremely hard outside of those 80 to 90 hours because I knew that my daughter deserved her father in the home with her. That why pushed me through times when I didn't feel like doing ACN. That why pushed me through my own excuses that I didn't need to do ACN because I was already making good money. That why allowed me to get up when I was exhausted. So you want to determine a strong reason why, because that'll give you the push outside of your comfort zone that you need to build a business. And then you want to think like a business owner. Now, what does that mean? Business owners make decisions. Business owners understand that there's a learning curve. Some of the things you're going to learn quicker, some of the things that you're going to learn slower, but it's okay because it's a learning curve. Business owners understand that there's an emotional roller coaster. That means there's ups and downs that are associated with business, and you want to keep an even keel. They understand that they need to develop the right mental attitude. What does that mean? Be positive. Understand that when it comes to the business, we are just sorting through people, not convincing. And that's what that SW means. Some will, some won't. So what? Who's next? And then business owners understand to have long-term thinking, but to get started in action right away. And business owners realize that the only way that you can truly fail is if you quit. So they have a mindset to never quit. So when it comes to getting started, actually getting started in your ACN business to have success, we start you off with building through your contacts. Because what most people don't realize is that you have access to a multi-million-dollar business through just the people that you know. Your warm market, or people that you know, it deals with your list, and your list are your social media, the people you're connected with on your social media platforms, your cell phone, and your email contacts. And what we do is we help you through those contacts to identify the right people. And the way we do that is by not prejudging. The reality is we don't know who's going to love it, or who's going to like it, or who's going to want to be a customer. So we introduce everyone and allow them to make the decision on whether they want to partner. And we do that through a process we call sorting. And sorting for an opinion. So I want to talk about this concept, because if you get this is going to be extremely powerful. The opinion is something that everyone loves to give. I want you to think about when you were a kid. Even when you didn't want it, even as an adult, sometimes, can we agree, our parents will give us their opinion when we don't even ask for it? People love to give their opinion. but they also love to know that someone wants to hear their opinion. So the way we do this is we just ask everyone that we reach out to for their opinion. Listen, Diane Collins, I saw something that made me think about you. I'm really excited, and your opinion would mean the world to me. Could you carve out 30 minutes of time so that I can get your opinion on something? Sharon, I love you to death. I know, based on our relationship, I respect you and I value your opinion. I saw something I'm excited about. Can you do me a huge favor and carve out 30 minutes so I can get your opinion on something? See, when you ask for that, people are going to mentally put their hands on their hips and they become empowered to want to give you their opinion. So why are we asking everyone for their opinion? Because our goal is just to get as many sets of eyes on the business. We want to get as many people exposed to the business because we know this is a great opportunity and the right people will get started. Why do we know that? Because again, we sort, we don't sell. We bring everyone through and we understand that everyone that sees this business is going to fall into one of three categories. Okay. And these categories are very simple. Either they are number one. How many of you, by a show of hands, when you saw the business, you immediately knew you wanted to get started? See, I know Marie's raising her hand. I know Akiko's raising her hand in Japan, Sherry and Belinda. Now, there are other people that were like me. How many of you liked it, but you were number two? You were interested, but you had some questions. Right. Jekko in Illinois, he was a number two. I know Melanie was a number two. I know Apple was a number two as well. Those people, they liked it, but they just had a few questions. And then there are some people that are like my mom. My mom used to clip coupons all the time and go to the grocery store because she loved savings. She loved the Nordstrom sales. They have, because of the savings, right? So there are going to be people that love the idea of saving, but more importantly, because they know you, they're going to love the idea of supporting you and saving money. And in the process, feeding hungry children. So our job is just to ask for people's opinion, to identify what category they're in, and let them tell us. And then in the process, we know exactly how to work with them. Does that make sense to all of you? All right. Now, this is really important for professional sorters. Professionals sort, amateurs sell and convince. Here's the reality. Sorting is fun. Convincing is draining. You want to be a professional, listen, sort, and move on. And remember, it's all about the timing. People will join when the timing is right. Some will, some won't, some wait. So what? Who's next? And you want to have that mindset as you move forward. And so right now, I am so excited, guys. I am so excited because we have a few people that we're going to recognize, okay? One of the people we're just going to recognize right now, and then the other one you're actually going to hear from. Both of them are promoted. And I want you to, the first person, I'm going to tell you a little bit about her background, because if you know her, she is so extremely busy that she could not make it right now, but I need to talk about her because there's a new promotion that just happened, and it's called Regional Coordinator. And this particular individual, her name is Peachy, and I need you to know about Peachy. Peachy works 80 to 90 hours a week at her job. She is a mother, she is a wife, and she's actively involved in her community and her church. And she only had a couple of hours to carve out to do this business on a Saturday. And what she did is she committed her time each Saturday, those couple of hours, to building this business, and part-time around her schedule, she was able to promote to the prestigious position of a regional coordinator. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because the only way Peachy was able to build this business is because she had a supportive team as well as a system that she was able to leverage to build this business. And she said that had it not been for the system and being able to build this around her schedule, she would not have been able to do it. And the power was within the system. So I'm so excited for her because that's just the beginning, and her team is already growing, and she's growing towards regional director as we speak. Now, the next person, most of you know and love because you see her face all the time on our calls, and she's always smiling. And I want to introduce her because she's extremely successful. She's a software engineer outside of this business, as well as she's a mother of two beautiful girls, a wife, and she came to the United States, built a life for her family, and then brought them out. But she realized the job that she was working, although she was making great income, it was stressful and it was impacting her health. She had to battle and endured battling a fight with breast cancer over the last couple of months. And even though she was that busy and dealing with those things, she was able to draw a line in the sand and make a decision to get to the next level in this business. And now she is a newly promoted regional coordinator. So if you guys could, she can see you. If you don't have your video on, turn your video on, put it in the chat, congratulate her. None other than Miss Marie Belena, newly promoted regional coordinator. And Miss Belena, we would love to hear from you. So if you could unmute yourself and just give a little bit about your background, why you did what you did, although you were busy and going through personal things, and where you see yourself going in the future.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the call. I'm Marie Belena, newly promoted RC. Woohoo! Anyway, I joined ACN because I saw the opportunity for me to walk away from my very stressful job. I've been in the business for more than a year, and the friend who showed me the business was Mr. Lewis. We've been friends for more than a decade, and I've seen him how successful he is in the business. And he walked away from an IT job, and if he can do it, why can't I? Even if I didn't know what I was doing, he was there to guide me. And all my success is because of the training and the mentorship of everyone in ACN. I'm not someone special. I just did everything what Mr. Lewis and Mr. Al Thomas asked me to do. And I see myself doing this full time. My goal is to walk away from my job this year, and I'm going to do it.
I just wanted that to sit for a minute. You guys, she is so incredible. She's a powerhouse. And not only that, she's bringing a lot of people with her. And I'm very excited for her because I know this is just the beginning. She said she's going to be regional director before her birthday, and that's April 15th. So you guys understand, I'm saying that to keep her accountable. So Diane, you guys are already in touch. Make sure you just give her extra little when you can. But I'm so excited for you. I know everyone else is too. So congratulations, Marie. All right, so now we're gonna get into the next part of the training. I hope you guys are ready because this is big customer acquisition. None of the money happens in ACN without customers being acquired. And we're gonna be talking about customer acquisition as it relates to personal residual income. Because if you can understand and master this, and once you teach others, that's how you build overriding residual income. So if you can master the personal residual income and teach it, you will build the other types of residual income in our company. So first things first, you can copy this, screenshot this. You can go to vimeo.com/ACNINC, as well as ACN Compass for a full library of the product trainings. That's where you want to go to learn the ins and the outs, the flash mobile trainings, all of that, that's there, Vivint, you name it, and you can understand the ins and the outs of the products. What we're going to be talking about this evening has to do with how to acquire customers and how you get paid on it, okay? So make sure to make a note of that so that you can go there on your own personal time and get trained. So again, like I said before, focusing on mindset, you want to think like a business owner. What does a business owner do? They become their own customer. Why? I became my own customer when I was brand new, because I wanted to know the ins and outs of the process that my customers were going to be going through. So it builds belief because now you see that the service works, you see that you're saving, you see that it's a powerful product. You're able to train yourself on the process. Number three, you're going to get paid on your own services. And number 4, you're able to have the opportunity to get free services through referrals. So there's so many powerful reasons why you want to be your own customer. Plus, they become a tax write-off because the IRS deems it a demo product. So you have all these reasons why. And one of the biggest reasons that is not on here is leading by example. See, when you lead by example and become your own customer, you set the model of success for the people that are going to come after you in your team. Okay. Now, when you're becoming your own customer, a few things to note. The first promotion that you can reach in our company where you're going to start to earn money is what we call customer qualified, or CQ. The way you become customer qualified is by gathering 3 services and 7 points, or at least, or 2 services and 12 points. And when you do that within your first 30 days, you're gonna earn a $75 bonus. That's called CQ. You can screenshot this if you need it, but that's the first step when you're brand new to earning your $700 bonus. Okay. Now, there are all types of services that you can pick from. There are services. So these are the services. We have ID protection through ID Seal. You see the monthly is 2 points, quarterly is 4 points, annual is at 8 points. Gas and electricity is 1 to 2 points because electricity is now 2 points. Mobile between 4 to 10 points. Payment processing, 6 points for the month of February. Home security is 8 points for the month of February. Internet is 2 points. Television is 2 to 5 points. And if you take a look here, so if someone is an example of CQ, they have 5 services. They got home security, ID Seal for themselves, ID Seal for their spouse, gas, and electricity. That's 5 services. That's a total of 27 points. And that person earned a $200 bonus just for doing that through their own services and getting a value on the bills that they're already going to have to pay for. Now, what's really attractive is that ACN has put some special promotions on the table for customers in the month of February. So I want to cover that. If you look here, ACN has done some increase of points for ID Seal, for Zoom Energy, for Flash services in Canada, for Sphere, and also for Flash Mobile. And you can go to the ACN compensation plan and see all the details of these increases for February by going to acncompass.com. And if you take a look, we have some referral programs where you can get 5 and get rewarded with ID Seal. You can receive a bonus equal to the cost of your quarterly or annual ID Seal subscription. Zoom is doing a power up program where if you refer 12 energy, residential, natural gas, and or electricity customers, because you can do both, you will earn a bonus equal to the average commodity charges. And then with Flash Mobile, you can get 5, get free, where you can get a free line of service on your personal account for every 5 Flash Mobile accounts. And it's similar with Flash services in Canada. But in Canada, customers can refer and get free as well as independent business owners. And you can earn a free service for every 5 Flash service internet or internet home phone customers. Sphere is doing a meter beat program where you can earn a $250 Visa gift card, both the IBO and the merchant, if Sphere cannot meet or beat the customer's processing. And again, you can receive double points in the month of February at 6 points per service. And then the special bonus on the table for new executive team leaders in their first 30 days. That first bonus that we talked about is CQ. You guys remember that? That's when you got out your first services, you made a $75 bonus. But there's an ability to make an extra bonus of $625 just by going after executive team leader within your first 30 days and having a minimum of 15 points coming from your organization. And guys, it is extremely doable. Between the month of October, the fourth quarter of the last year, listen to this. In our organization, out of everyone that joined in October, November, and December, 95% of the people that joined with us earned the $700 bonus in less than 30 days. So it's something that is extremely possible as long as you follow a system. And there are extra bonuses for going out and getting customers as well. So why do you want to get customers? Because as you acquire more customers, your personal points increase, but as your points increase, so does your personal residual income. And you can see here, 1 to 39 points is going to earn you 3%. But look, how many of you like the 20% residual income? Who would want to earn that? Well, you do that by focusing on acquiring customers and reaching 200 plus points. And that's going to get you 20%. That's going to happen over time. So does that happen by focusing on gathering customers? No, it happens by showing people the business and people deciding that they're a category 3. See, the smartest thing I've seen the highest earners in ACN do is they focus on sharing the business with people and allowing people decide whether they see an opportunity to join as a business partner or a customer. And if you do that, you're going to see more success in your business. Understand that the reason why our team has been so successful in helping people to earn that bonus is because of our 7-day game plan. See, what we do with every single person, it's a 7-day game plan. Some people do it in 24 hours. Some people do it in a week. Some people take and stretch the 7-day game plan over 30 days. But we do it based on the schedule of the person we're working with. And by following this game plan, we're going to help you to generate your first paycheck, and it's going to lead to you qualifying for leadership training. Now let's take a look at some of the services. So electricity and gas. Residential is up to 2 points, business is 2 points, and these are all the areas in the United States that you can become, that you can get services. So even if you don't live in these states, you can gather customers in the state and get paid on these states as it comes to energy. Then we have Vivint Home Security, and that's 8 points in February. Vivint is the leading home security provider, and it's not just home security, guys. It's if you want to check on your dogs at home. It's if you want to check on your packages through Amazon. It's so many different things that Vivint is able to help you to do so that you can feel protected in your home. And then there's identity theft protection through ID Seal. And we have special plans where you can save on the quarterly and annual plans over time if you get those services and protect yourself. And there are promotions this month that allow you to increase your points, where a quarterly plan is worth 4 points, an annual plan is worth 8 points in the month of February. So here's what you want to do. You want to create your story today. Get to executive team leader with a minimum of 15 points from your team, and you're going to earn a $700 bonus. And you'll also be able to earn bonuses as people enroll in your team and gather customers. So speaking of gathering customers, there are some people that are on the call right now that are doing insanely well at gathering customers. This first person I want you to hear from, his name is Jekko. He's out of the Illinois market. He's an executive team leader with our organization. And listen to this, guys. He's busy. He has a corporate American job that's full-time. He does retail part-time, and he's a single father, and he's extremely busy with being there for his son as well as being there with his family. But he joined ACN, he followed the 7-day game plan, and even though he didn't think he was going to be successful because he had never done anything like this, he was able to earn the $700 bonus, but he also turned around and signed up his sister and helped his sister earn it in that similar time frame. So they were able to bring an extra $1,400 into their household in their first few weeks. And he's enrolling, his team is growing fast, and he's running towards regional coordinator. So I know, Jekko, that you've been using the favor approach to get customers. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your background and how you've been getting those customers, sir? Let me see if I can unmute you. Give me 1 second. Where are you at, buddy? There you go. All right. You should be able to unmute yourself now.
Okay, greetings everyone, and thank you very much for taking your time to listen to this incredible business training presentation. My name is Jekyll Sikad, and I have an honor of being an executive team leader with ACN. My background is I work as a compliance specialist in an electronic recycling facility, and I'm also working part-time on retail. When I started, a friend of mine invited me to join a meeting. I had no idea what she is saying. She just told me it's a business opportunity. When I heard the word opportunity word, I told her right away, I need the money. You need to sign me in. Saturday came. I went to see the presentation. Presentation went well. They explained the system and the compensation plan. I do have questions at start, but these questions were immediately answered. I even recruited my sister, just like Julian was saying, to join the business because we both share the same home service. So choosing services, both my sister and I, is a bit challenged because we share services on the same house. At the end, we compromised on point system as explained to us by our IBO leader, now the regional coordinator, Marie Belena. So therefore, we ended up targeting our service and getting our fast track bonuses each before we reach the 30 days. After we make ourselves a customer, I immediately start participating on trainings and immediately start acquiring customers and business owners. For me, invitation is an advantage that I have a lot of friends, and I'm lucky that all of them participated. I even recruited almost all my church choir mates to join. Just following ACN systems of invites, just like what Lani, the one who recruited me, made me come to participate and join. And inviting customers can be very hard sometimes, especially that most of the people I know is very busy with their own career, especially those are nurses. Most of my friends are nurses. Me, myself, I'm only available at weekends, working 40 to 60 hours a day. So to help me achieve more customers, it is to my mindset of believing in myself and believing in ACN that will result to 100% success in achieving the residual income. Now, I already have 2 legs of friends on my team, which I started only last December, hoping it will grow more as I continue to help others on this opportunity. I joined ACN because I want to have financial freedom and give my son a better future. So thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.
Jacko, you are the man. Thank you so much, brother. It's good to see you. And I'm excited for you and your son. And I'm looking forward to see you get promoted to that next position. And ladies and gentlemen, what I want to do is I want to show you what's been happening. I'm going to take a real quick to take a look at this screen, and then we're going to hear from someone else who just gathered close to 50 points in a week. Okay, so this is in the team 15 customer point milestones. Jekyll just reached the 20-point milestone personally as well. But we have Peachy, we have Kat, Lani, Jose, Apple, Jonathan, Vivian. I see you over there, Vivian. It's good to see you. Cecilia, Armand. We got Aaron, Jekyll, Joselle, Catherine, Lynn, and of course, Marie. So these are just people that are getting it done personally and getting their customer points. Already have more than 15 points. All of them, a lot of them are like 18, close to 20. And it's just from following the system of a favor approach. And what we do in our team is we follow a system that I ask the IBOs to write a list of 2 categories of people. So if you're taking notes, this is the process. I say, you want to write a list of the 3 people that love you the most and the 3 people that owe you the most. And we're going to contact those people and we're going to ask them to do you a huge favor and become an IDCO customer. And they have the ability to choose one of 2 services. Either they can choose the annual IDCO plan or they can choose the quarterly. It doesn't matter which one, it's completely up to them, but please choose one. And by doing so, guess what happens? People empower themselves to choose one. And that's how they're getting these customers. And in doing so, Marie Belena was able to put on close to 50 customer points, all in IDCO just this week. And now she is close to, I think she's at 73 personal points or 75. She's close to 75 now. And so if you could, Marie, again, just share what you've been doing, how you've been getting people to do it and getting your results.
I just do the favor approach, and what you had taught us to identify those three people, and I did that, and I got all of them, and just told them that I'm about to reach the next position, and I really, really need your help, and they just did it for me, and I'm like, and I sent them my flyer, and I said, thank you, you made this happen, thank you for the support.
You're so awesome. And you see, guys, it's how simple it is. And I teased Marie, we talked about this because in the beginning, she said she was complicating it a little bit. And once she shifted and made it that simple, customers started coming in. And she's excited because one thing we realized is she'll get to 100 points, most likely within the next 2 weeks, just for doing this. And I know Diane Collins gets a lot of customers and she's nodding her head yes, because it really is that simple. So with that, guys, what I want you to do, we're going to get into the rest of this because we're almost done, and I'm excited about the first inaugural training because this is my favorite part, my favorite. It's team building. So I hope you guys are ready for this. We don't throw spaghetti on the wall to see if it sticks. We utilize a system. See, one thing I realized, remember I mentioned Peachy was working 80 to 90 hours a week, only working on Saturdays. She hit regional coordinator. Jekka, extremely busy, single father, working full-time one job, part-time another job, barely does this on the weekend. He's producing as an executive team leader, and he's gunning to close out regional coordinator. How's all this possible? It's because they're following the ACN system. And ACN, the team building is what gets you overriding residual income. So let's talk a little bit about overriding residual income. So when you have people joining your team, they're gonna join on levels, okay? Now, the way a level works is like this. Let's say Marie started out in ACN. Regional coordinator, Marie Belena is in the business. And then she introduces Diane Collins in Australia. Diane Collins would be on her level 1. If Diane Collins introduced Pat Robinson would be on Diane Collins' level 1, but on Marie's level what? On her level 2, all right? If Pat Robinson introduced Harrison Mills, Harrison would be on Pat's level 1, Diane's level 2, Marie's level 3. And so on and so forth, for level 5. Now, if you look at the slide, you have the opportunity to get paid through 5 levels of residual income, where on all 5 of those levels, ACN will pay you 4% on all of the commissionable revenue on those bills. So what does that mean? What if you had 20 people on level 1, 20 people on level 2, all the way down? That's 100 people, and you would be getting paid on all of their efforts. So let's say all those people each had 10 customers. That's 1,000 customers that you're getting paid 4% every single month. Well, how do you get to getting paid on all levels 1 through 5? Look there. In order to get paid through 5 levels, you need to have what Marie Belena just closing off, 75 personal customer points. And that means you get paid on all of it. And then once you become a regional vice president and higher, you get paid below your 5th level, level 6 through infinity. And you have the opportunity to get paid residual income. Now, how do you get there? How do you start building a team? We call it, in our team, call it a soft opening, also known as a private business Zoom. So this, you want to screenshot this. This is the reason why I always tell our team they're killing it. These guys, what we call beasts. And it's funny, the majority of them are women. So like Chanel Burt would say, ladies, these ladies are winning big. They set a date. So the first thing we do is we set a date. We set up our soft opening now. So here's what you want to do. Set a date. Text your upline. And I'm talking to all of you right now. Harrison, I'm talking to you. Martha, I see you over there by the world. I'm talking to you, okay? Marcia Carter, I saw you turn your head to, I'm talking to you. So you want to text the person that is your upline or that invited you right now to set a date. Pick a time that works for you, not for your guests. It's like a birthday party or getting married. You're not gonna call everyone to find out what their schedule is to see if you can get married, right? That doesn't make any sense. You're gonna pick the time that works for you, and then we'll work on making a list. Your list is gonna look like this: your close contacts, family, close friends, closest coworkers, what we call flat tire friends. Flat tire friends are the people that would come pick you up at 2 o'clock in the morning if you had a flat tire and they were asleep. So does that mean they have to be in your market or in your neighborhood? No, your flat tire friends could have moved somewhere else in the other side of the country or in a different part of the world. But because this is a global business, they should be on your list. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna invite. We're gonna tell them that we use a great news announcement approach where we ask for their opinion. We have some great news. I'm so excited. I saw something, Belinda, that made me think of you, and I really need your opinion. Can you do me a favor and carve out 30 minutes of time for me so that you can see what I'm talking about and give me your opinion? And then what we do for the closest people is we do three-way calls with the contacts, with your mentor. And by introducing your mentor, it helps you to get the invite solid. So you'll have a higher percentage of people show up if you three-way call them. So this is what the invite looks like. OMG, oh my gosh, if you're texting it, you can text it word for word. I'm really excited, I have great news. When do you have 2 minutes to talk? That's it. Guys, that's how simple it is. You text somebody that at work, they're sneaking onto a break to talk to you. It's really that simple. And then you schedule the time to talk, and then you reach out to your mentor, let them know the time, and then you do the three-way call with your mentor, and then invite them to your exclusive private business Zoom. It really is that simple. And then when it comes to setting the date, schedule your PVZ, again, that works for you. Make a list of everyone. So after you talk to the closest people, now we're gonna make a list of everyone. Business owners, people that have network marketing experience, people that have real estate experience, and everyone else. And look at number 3, because this is very valuable information. The reach out. The person with the most exposures wins. The reality is 50% will respond, and out of the 50% will respond, half of those will be interested, okay? So just know that the bigger that you blitz, the more customers and business owners will enroll. Your goal is to get results right away. And then when we show the business, remember what we're doing is we're sorting, not selling. So our goal is to share it with as many people so we can sort through the categories to find out who the people are. Let's schedule your PVZ right away. Book it now while you're on the call. And so what we have the opportunity to do is to hear from some people that are fast building teams. The person I want you to hear from, her name is Melanie. Melanie is a beast in this business. She got involved. She was working 50 to 60 hours a week as an IT professional. During the time she saw ACN, not only was she working 50 to 60 hours a week, she was taking care of her family, and she was in the process of moving her family from an apartment to a home. And we've all moved before. It is overwhelming. It's busy. And she joined during that time. But in 7 days, she reached the position of executive team leader and earned her $700 bonus. And then she turned around and helped her father to do it. So they earned an extra $1,400 in the first couple of weeks in her household. And she's constantly enrolling new people and helping them to get started. So Melanie, if you don't mind, could you share how you are enrolling people? Like, why are you able to do this and it's working for you? What are you doing?
Hello, everyone. My name is Melanie. Well, Julian, to answer that question, of course, I learned from the best, from you and Marie. So I would like to thank both of you. You know, you've been very supportive and motivating the team and inspiring us. You know, to work on this business. I learned from Julian. So at first I was very hesitant. Like, okay, I will tap all my friends, right? But first, my family, of course, my dad. I thank my dad for being so supportive of me. And then I tapped, Jekko is one of my friends who's under me. I tapped all of our choir members. But as I go along with this business, and as I listen to Julian's training, I got an idea when he says, about the, of course, we present, right? So as we present, there are some people that would say, I'm interested, but I would like to, I'm interested, but I have a lot of questions. And some of them would say, okay, I have this day, you can call me and all that. So I learned from Julian one time, and he said, there are a couple of friends who are like, okay, let me think about it, and just with a text, I said, hey, I'm so excited. Do you have a quick 2 minute, call that I can talk to you? And then I told that person, I said, why don't you sign up right now? Because I have another person signing up. I want you to sign in first because, you get in first and then I get that person second. So, and then they would sign in and they would say, okay, let me sign in now. Okay, and then I would go to another person and say the same thing. Okay, I have great news for you. Here's another person signing up for me. Why don't you go sign up right now? And just following that and following what Julian is always telling us. I have my team is growing now, so I'm very thankful for that.
Lonnie, I call her the gangster, and the reason being is because she followed that, and that's called leverage and taproting. And she learned that simple process, and she started signing up people. And when she was brand new, I would ask Marie, did you sign someone up? And she said, no, that was Lonnie. Lonnie did that. So even when she was brand new, she was doing it. And I know she's fastly approaching. And it's just, guys, she had faith in the system. She had faith in her mentors, and she followed it to a T because she doesn't have time to waste because she's so busy. So we're on our last part of the topic. And I know you guys want to stay with me all night, but we're going to have to wrap this up. So I'm sorry. But I'm excited because the last part is training events. The training events give you superpowers in this business. The training events are going to do more for you than you can ever do yourself, both virtual training events as well as in-person events. And I want to talk about that because one thing I can tell you is that we have a training event that we do that you can plug into during the week with Mr. Al Thomas, as well as the training events are a stair-step process to have the success that you want in the business. So the first step is the soft opening or the PBZ, the launch. The second is the private business Zoom. Third is the blueprint training, which you guys are part of right now. And then the co-founder led training. Events will build your business, events build your belief, and events build you. Here's how I know. And I shared this with Marie. So Lonnie, she got involved with the business and she was on her 6th day in the business. And I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, she could close out executive team leader. And if she closes out executive team leader, remember this phone call, Lonnie? I said, if she does, she will be eligible to be on the leadership training with the co-founders going on that Saturday. So I called her, I said, Lonnie and her upline, Cecilia, I said, you guys, you need to be on this training. This training is going to be from the co-founders who trained me. And these guys are the reasons why ACN is so big. And Lonnie, she put her head down, she got to work, she made it happen. In less than 24 hours, she showed up executive team leader. And then she was able to get on that Saturday event. And that being able to get trained by the co-founders that early in the game allowed her to push past people that had been in the business longer than her. because the business events accelerate your growth. Guys, and what I'm so excited about right now is we have a special event coming up March 18th through the 19th in Oklahoma City. And some of you may be wondering, it's in person. I'm gonna tell you something. My first big event was in person. And at that first event, I learned from an individual. I remember I didn't want to go. I did not want to go. I said, I can learn from you. I told my mentor, take great notes and I'll copy your notes, right? Because you can do that in school. Isn't this true? So I said, go take notes and I'll get the information. What I didn't know, because at the time I was ignorant of this, is that it wasn't the information, it was the experience that created the impact. My mentor, he figured out a way to get me to go. He convinced me to go. I went kicking and screaming. But the first day, it made sense. I heard from an individual who told a story about Harriet Tubman, and that changed my life in ACN. And to share with you the story, she said that Harriet Tubman, we all know Harriet Tubman helped to free slaves in the United States. And she would go up to plantations and say, you don't have to live this way, Sam Foster. We're taking people to freedom. It'll take you 6 to 8 months to get to Canada through the Underground Railroad. But if you go with us, you'll be able to be free. Your family will be able to be free. Your children will be able to be free. You know what most people said? Most people said, you're crazy. I'm not going with you anywhere. And today, thinking about that, hindsight is 20/20 vision. So us thinking about not being free and someone offering it up to us, we would think we would go. But if your great grandfather was a slave, your grandfather was a slave, everyone that looked like you, walked like you, and talked like you were slaves, how could you conceive being free if no one around you was? So Sam would say, you're crazy, I'm not going. Harriet Tubman didn't get discouraged. She would talk to Joanne and she'd say, Joanne, I see you there in the grass, Joanne. You don't have to live this way. We're taking people to freedom. It'll take you 6 to 8 months to get there. But when you get there, you'll be able to own your own land. You'll be able to marry whoever you want to. More importantly, your children will live free. And then Joanne, she would get excited. And Joanne would do what a lot of us would do. She would try to go back in the plantation and try to round up the people that she cared about. And out of love, the people would say, you're crazy. We're not going and you shouldn't go either. And they'd snatch her dream of being free right out from under her. And she would stay. And then Harriet Tubman, she would go up to other people. She would go up to Cecilia in Woodland, California and say, you don't have to live this way. We're taking people to freedom. It'll take you 6 to 8 months to get there. But when you get there, you'll own your own land. You'll be able to marry whoever you want to. More importantly, your children will live free. And she got excited, just like Joanne did. But she went back to the plantation and she hit the same adversity. And her friends and family said, we're not going anywhere. You need to stay put. The difference is she said, well, then you stay, I'll go. Because I'd rather die for my freedom than live in captivity as a slave. And God forbid I have the same results for my children. 6 to 8 months later, she found herself in Canada, being able to live the way she wanted, being able to marry whoever she wanted. More importantly, her children will live free. And what's crazy is they interviewed Harriet Tubman in Canada and said, you must feel great about yourself. You freed hundreds of slaves. You know what she said? I would have freed thousands if they knew they were slaves. That hit me. I heard that my first event and it changed me from the core. And I came back different. And all I'm telling you is, guys, if it had not been for that event, none of these people that were recognized today would exist because I would not have been in ACN. So I'm telling you, go to the Elevate event in Oklahoma City. Meet me there. I've been seeing some of you virtually. I want to see if you're real. I want to shake your hand, hug you, see if you're real. Show up. And then with the information and experience, you'll be able to show out. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is 7 o'clock. I hope you guys got some value out of today's training event. This is the first one, the kickoff, and we will be doing this every month, second Saturday of the month. So do me a favor. If you have people that you want to get recognized, send them to Jabri the Friday before next month so that they can get recognized. If you're doing some great things, send Jabri the information so that we can get you involved. And the top producers or regional coordinators and regional directors, you will be helping us to train the information that you heard today. So this was recorded. Grab the recording, learn how to do the training so that we can showcase you on these training calls as well. I appreciate you all joining us. Jabri, you know you're my man. I appreciate you for helping in hosting, and I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you over the top. God bless. Have an incredible rest of your evening, and we'll see all of you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the special training call with ACN. Thanks a lot, everyone. Have a great night. Go get registered. Talk to you soon.